This house, the house on 99th level, and the owner is held accountable.
The owners held accountable, and tonight that's what we're doing. KOIN 6 tracks down the owners of this abandoned home that's now become a haven for drug addicts and the homeless. And last week, it even caught fire. At 6 o'clock, good evening. I'm Jeff Gianola.
And I'm Kelly Day. Let's get to the facts here. That fire at the home on Northeast 100th Avenue near Burnside did some major damage last week. But since then, nothing's been done to clean up the property. So who owns it and what recourse does the city have? Sally Showman found some answers for us today. Sally?
Kelly, neighbors say this home has been a problem for years. It's such a mess and there's so much drug paraphernalia. The fire department couldn't finish its investigation into last week's fire. Today, I tracked down the owner.
My wife and I actually call this place the ghetto.
It's any neighbor's nightmare.
It's unclean, it's unsafe, it's unhealthy.
Since June 2011, police have been called to this abandoned Portland home 22 times. Last March, the city removed 50 cubic yards, or a semi-truck load of garbage. And now, even after it caught fire, neighbors say drug addicts and unsavory characters are in and out of the house all the time.
I like to see this house, the house on 99th level, and the owner is held accountable.
So who owns this house? The neighbors want to know who's responsible. So we did a little of the legwork for them. According to Multnomah County's tax information, a company called Gateway Area Apartments LLC owns the property. A quick Google search didn't return anything on a Gateway Area Apartments, only a Gateway Terrace Apartments in Portland, which is not the same thing. So we looked up the address on the county's tax website. It's time to pay the owner a visit. After a half-an-hour drive from downtown Portland, we arrived at a 38-acre property owned by Joe Westerman, per county tax records. We've arrived at the address listed on the county's website. I'm going to go knock on the door and find out what the owner has planned for the property. Hi there, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. I'm a reporter with KOIN.
Did you want to talk to Joe? He's actually busy. He's in his office working, but he said call him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've got a card.
Okay.
Do you know, so did you guys just bought that house, right?
You know, I have no idea. I'm his girlfriend, so I don't know.
Okay, okay. Do you know if there
are
any...
Is that the one that burnt down?
Yes,
okay.
Yeah. Do you know if there are any...
Get out. Okay, here he is.
Please leave.
Oh.
Please leave.
What's the plan for this property?
Well, you'd have to ask the property owner.
According to Portland's Bureau of Development, the home has been in violation of city code for years. The current owner bought it last May and filed a demolition order in July. But now it's the end of October. There's no sign of demolition.
Now that we're hearing that it's not moving fast enough and more problems are occurring, we will take additional enforcement action if the demolition is not completed or the violations are corrected.
Further enforcement actions include fines of up to $1,000 per day. In the worst cases, the city can carry out a demolition themselves and then bill the owner. Now, earlier this week, Joe Westerman, the owner of the property, told the city that he would clean up the yard, remove fire debris, and build a security fence around the house by tomorrow. Now, we were at the house late this afternoon, and neighbors say they haven't seen any work being done. The city plans to make sure the work is done, and they'll inspect within the next week or so. We'll stay on top of it. Reporting live in the studio, Sally Showman, KOIN 6 News.